We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into a bunch of your recent searches. And, well, it looks like someone's been really into University of Florida Gators and Auburn University basketball.
Yeah, lots to unpack here for sure.
Absolutely. And, I mean, we've got everything here from, like, game predictions and scores to, player info and even where to watch these games. So let's try to figure out, what all this searching really tells us about your interest in this rivalry, this SEC battle.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So right off the bat, it's pretty obvious that men's basketball is the main attraction here, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, all those searches for Auburn basketball, Florida basketball, and then all the searches for the full team names, Auburn Tigers, men's basketball, and all that.
Right, exactly.
It really shows that you're engaged with both programs pretty consistently.
Yeah, and it's not just like a general interest either, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we see searches like Florida versus Auburn, Auburn versus Florida, Florida-Auburn game.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these point to, a real focus on the head-to-head matchups.
Absolutely.
Plus, you want to know who won, right?
Yeah.
Who won, Florida or Auburn? Did Florida beat Auburn?
Those are definitely searches that tell us you were keeping up with the scores.
Definitely actively tracking those game results.
And on top of that, we've got these searches: where to watch Auburn versus Florida, Florida versus Auburn live.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to see the action.
You wanted to see it live.
Live.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting when you consider all the prediction searches we see, too.
Oh, yeah.
Florida versus Auburn prediction. Auburn versus Florida prediction. Florida, Auburn prediction.
It seems like you were really interested in how those games were going to play out before they even happened.
Maybe even trying to get an edge.
Possibly.
And then it gets even more interesting because we start to see individual players popping up.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially Walter Clayton Jr.
Yeah, tons of searches for him.
Tons. Walter Clayton Jr., Walter Clayton Jr., Clayton, Florida, Clayton Jr. Florida, Walter Clayton Jr. age.
Yeah.
Walter Clayton stats. It's like you were building a whole profile on the guy.
Yeah, you were really into his performance. I mean, maybe even, thinking about his role on the team or his potential going forward.
For sure. For sure. And then we've got some other players, too. Broome Auburn.
Probably Jonah Broome.
Yeah, probably. And Alex Condon and Chinelu, Florida. So a few key players really caught your eye.
Yeah, and there's something else that's kind of interesting.
Okay.
There are a few searches here for basketball legends, Al Horford and Larry Bird.
Those are big names.
Yeah, and it's not immediately clear how they connect to these teams,
Right.
But it makes you wonder if you were maybe drawing some comparisons or maybe even looking for some historical context.
Yeah, maybe thinking about, all-time greats from those schools.
Exactly.
So we've got players, we've got predictions.
Yeah, we've got coaches, too.
Oh, yeah, the coaching matchup.
Yeah, searches for Bruce Pearl.
Auburn's coach.
Yep, and Todd Golden.
Florida's coach, right?
Right, and even a general search for Florida basketball head coach.
So you were definitely keeping up with the leadership on the sidelines.
Absolutely. And of course, you've got to know when and where the games are happening.
Of course.
So we've got searches like Auburn basketball schedule, Auburn score, Florida score, and then a bunch of variations of Florida Auburn score.
Yeah, like you were checking scores throughout the season.
Definitely.
And it's not just about this one rivalry, right?
Right.
You're a college basketball fan.
Yeah, you were looking up NCAA, ESPN college basketball, NCAA men's basketball schedule.
You wanted to know what was going on across the whole landscape.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got some searches for the team nicknames: Florida Gators, Auburn Tigers.
And even a search for Florida versus Auburn SEC championship.
Oh, wow. So you knew about their conference standing and the potential for, those high-stakes games?
Yeah, and then there's a couple of searches that are really interesting. Has Auburn won a national championship? And has Auburn won a national championship in basketball?
So you were digging into the history a little bit.
Definitely interested in Auburn's past success.
And to wrap things up, we even see a couple of searches for Florida Gators women's basketball versus Auburn. Tigers women's basketball.
So maybe a little bit of interest in the women's programs as well.
Yeah, maybe. So when we pull all of this together, it paints a really clear picture. right?
Absolutely.
You're not just casually interested in this Florida-Auburn men's basketball rivalry.
No, you're really into it.
Yeah, you're following games from, all these different angles, past results, future predictions,
Live viewing.
key players coaching.
And you're aware of their place in the broader college basketball world.
It's like you're a scout or something.
Yeah, a real deep dive.
All right, so let's take this a step further, right?
Okay,
This
yeah.
isn't just, checking the score every now and then.
Yeah.
This is a real in-depth look at all these different aspects of this matchup. And the fact that you were looking at specific player stats for Walter Clayton Jr. and then also looking at game predictions.
It suggests that you're really thinking about individual player performance and how it affects the team's success.
Exactly. So the big question here is, what really grabbed your attention in this rivalry?
Yeah.
Is it a specific player? Is it the coaching matchup?
Maybe the history between these two programs.
And that's what we want to know. What really sparked this deep dive into these two teams?
Good question.
That's the mystery we're leaving you with today.
I like it.
See you next time on The Deep Dive.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.